अच्छा मैंड्रिक को निकालना है। यस। उप्स, क्या है ये?
Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
सही है यार, चलो भाई फाइट हो गई, अब तो मस्त मजा
I'll
आएगा।
have taken your life.
ये दो।
What was that?
ये दो।
As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well.
Thank
I
you.
confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
हाय फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू अनदर सेशन ऑफ हॉगवर्ट्स लेगेसी। तो लास्ट सेशन में हमने देखा कि हम लाइब्रेरी में स्नीक करके गए थे और वहाँ पे हमें एक बुक मिली थी जिससे हमें कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन पता चली थी। तो अब हम वापस से प्रोफेसर फिक के पास जा रहे हैं, तो देखते हैं अब आगे क्या होता है। तो लेट्स बिगिन। प्रोफेसर फिक्स क्लासरूम। यार लाइब्रेरी में ना हमने अच्छे से स्नीक किया, मजा आया था वो इनविजिबल होके ना, तो थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग था क्योंकि ये कैरेक्टर में मस्त सूट हो रहा था। तब भी हमारा दोस्त तो पकड़ा ही गया यार, उसने हमारी हेल्प अच्छी करी थी। वे स्टार्टेड टॉम्स एंड ट्रिब्यूशंस। ये टेक द बुक टू प्रोफेसर फिग।
You
तो अब हम
cannot
अपने
be
गुरु के
serious.
पास जा रहे हैं।
Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox. It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how?
How?
Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
सही है, प्रोफेसर एकदम वो हो गया सरप्राइज कि यार रेस्ट्रिक्टेड रूम में तुम चले गए, बुक भी ले आए। कैसे, क्या बुक में क्या है?
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us.
कोई और
Still.
स्मार्ट टाइम से।
I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Okay.
What will you tell them
What
about
will you
Mr.
tell
Osric's
them?
death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return.
सही है ना, उसको काम
and
दे
don't
दिया।
neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
इसके फ्रेंड्स तो वैसे भी बहुत नॉलेजेबल हैं। तो देखते हैं इस बुक में क्या राज निकल के आता है और किसने ये मिसिंग पेज, मतलब किसने ये पेजेस इसमें से निकाले हैं। तो ठीक है, New quest available. Open quest log. तो अब हम
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
सही है यार, ये लोग भी अच्छे हैं, इसके फ्रेंड्स भी अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं इसको। अभी हम कितने यार, बहुत ही कम हुआ, 2%, 9%, इतना वास्ट होगा स्टार्टिंग ही, मतलब सही है। इन सबसे तो हम मिल चुके हैं एक्चुअली, हम जानते हैं इन लोगों को। नेटी भी सही है। ठीक है, सब इसको बुला रहे हैं, कुछ ना कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन है इनके फ्रेंड्स के पास। crosswind spell combination practice tool. Add here.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Then proceed to see me in my classroom. Okay. इतने सारे तो मैसेजेस उसको मिल गए इतनी देर में। अभी हम मैप को देख लेते हैं और अपडेट करके फिर हम निकलते हैं। सो फ्रेंड्स, इस पॉइंट से आप देखेंगे कि मेरे पास माइक नहीं है। एक्चुअली मैं एक क्विक ब्रेक पे गई थी, सो गलती से फिर मैं माइक पहनना भूल गई, सो इसलिए मैं पूरा वॉइस ओवर कर रही हूँ इस पॉइंट से। सो काइंडली बियर विद दैट। तो अब हम जो है हर्बोलॉजी क्लास की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं आगे।
What am I missing?
यहाँ के डोर्स काफ़ी अच्छे हैं, एकदम पैलेस की तरह दिख रहे हैं। Revelio। और डिफरेंट क्लास में अलग अलग तरह के प्रोफेसर्स भी मिलते हैं, सो एक डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस होता है, हर जगह हमें सीखने को मिल रहा है। एंड हमें प्रोफेसर्स ये भी कह रहे हैं कि यू आर इम्प्रूविंग। सो ठीक है, हम सीख रहे हैं, अभी लर्निंग स्टेज है, आगे देखते हैं क्या क्या होता है। So, wow, सही लग रहा है। मतलब ये इतनी सी जगह में, मतलब इन्होंने कितना डिफरेंट सेक्शंस बनाया। ये एक स्कूल है, स्कूल के इतने अलग अलग सेक्शंस हैं। ओह वाओ, ये क्लास ब्यूटीफुल यार, इतने डिफरेंट टाइप के प्लांट्स दिख रहे हैं। आई कैन सी दिस रेडिश पिंक कलर, अच्छा दिख रहा है। ओहो great.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Oh, her name is Professor Garlick. Imagine.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
So सही है यार।
We do look forward to growing together.
She's so young and beautiful, Professor.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing ball.
सही है यार, अभी तक के सारे प्रोफेसर्स एजेड होते थे।
Now
She's
then,
so young.
Today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
I
Accio.
like her hat actually.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
सही है क्या सही है
Now, everyone, grip the mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
अच्छा मैंड्रिक को निकालना है यस oops क्या है ये ओह ब्रेकेज भी हो रही है ओह माय गॉड वापस लगा रहे हम लगा दो भाई रिपोर्ट कर दो ओहो शांति इजी
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
सही था यार एक्सपीरियंस
Reparo!
वाओ ये तो क्या हमें भी आता है मैजिक
I'm
से
very
रिपेयर
sorry
करना
about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
जाओ जाओ
Splendid work, everyone.
सही क्लास थी यार मजा आ गया बढ़िया सिखाया
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
चलो
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
चलो भाई नेक्स्ट टास्क
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. I nearly went deaf.
Well, yes, of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
कह रही है
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the magic neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
सही है प्लांट्स को ग्रो करना है मैजिक के साथ
Let's
सनलाइट
see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
काफी इंटरेस्टिंग क्लास है यार नो डाउट मतलब प्लांट के साथ भी आप मैजिक कर रहे हो यार वो तो सही था यार मैंड्रिक को जैसे ही निकाला था ओहो गजब ही था मतलब उसके अंदर से मतलब क्या ही निकल गया यार बस था
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite. Keep at it. A garden requires patience as much as...
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages.
और मेरा थोड़ा सा गला खराब है थोड़ा सा कफ कोल्ड बिकॉज ऑफ द चेंज ऑफ वेदर सो आई एम सॉरी थोड़ा सा खांसी आ रही है बीच बीच में बट खेलने में तो बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है एक्चुअली मैजिक की दुनिया है तो अच्छा ही लगता है रियल लाइफ में तो हम ऐसा कर नहीं सकते गेम के थ्रू हम बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस ले सकते हैं इंजॉय कर सकते हैं
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian.
सबकी बातें भी सुनाई दे रही हैं
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
तो एक तरह से सारे प्रोफेसर्स
Well,
तारीफ ही कर तारीफ मतलब
I
कह रहे
nearly
यू आर
put
डूइंग
Sebastian
वेल
in his place myself. I mean, I would have if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
सो इट्स
didn't she stop that dragon?
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomp. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once.
Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me, you do not want to go through that.
यार ये क्या चीज़ है? बस
Now, see that
चाइनीज
dummy?
कैबेज.
Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
ब्यूटीफुल यार, क्या कलरफुल चाइनीज कैबेज है. हम हर चीज़ को चाइनीज़ बोल देते हैं ना. चाइना में हर चीज़ आपको मिल जाएगी और एकदम डिफरेंट. तो इन्होंने वेजिटेबल को भी डिफरेंट बना दिया चाइनीज़ नाम देके. चाइनीज़ चॉम्पिंग कैबेज. सो अटैक करेंगे हम इस पे.
Look at that.
Yes.
Chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Didn't save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
सही. अच्छा खेला.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Okay. First option भी कर सकती हूँ मैं.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
इसके सारे फ्रेंड्स भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, काफ़ी
Take your time.
नॉलेजेबल हैं.
I'll see you back in class.
चलो बैक टू क्लास. एक्सपेरिमेंट्स बड़े इंटरेस्टिंग है यार, जितने भी हैं, एंड काफ़ी कलरफुल है. हर क्लास डिफरेंट है, हर प्रोफेसर डिफरेंट है, एंड इसकी वाली प्रोफेसर तो बहुत ही मस्त है यार, प्रोफेसर गार्लिक. ओहो. यंग एंड ब्यूटीफुल एंड इंटरेस्टिंग टू. चलो भाई चलते हैं वापस.
And with that helpful reminder
Professor
as to
को
why we
बताते
should
हैं.
always wear our dragon hide gloves.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
हाँ, फर्स्ट ऑप्शन भी ठीक लग रहा है. Yes.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
सारे प्रोफेसर्स अच्छे हैं, हेल्प करते हैं, काफ़ी सिखाते हैं, एंड आप उनसे कुछ भी पूछेंगे तो दे आर ऑलवेज रेडी टू हेल्प एंड टीच यू मोर. जैसे इसने भी बोला, मैं आपको चैट के थ्रू बताऊंगी जो भी क्वेरीज है.
We must
Good.
first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships.
क्या ग्रीनरी है यार, वाओ ब्यूटीफुल, मज़ा आ गया. इसकी भी साइट लोकेशंस मस्त हैं यार इस गेम के. ओहो ये हट देखो जरा, कितना डिटेलिंग है, एकदम ऐसा लगता है रियल है। कैटल्स भी हैं। आवाज़ भी आ रही है कैटल्स की। मुझे घर बहुत मस्त लगा। ये देखो प्लांट्स भी हैं आसपास में।
I should investigate.
सो काफ़ी अच्छा दौड़ देती हूँ मैं। दौड़ना भी चाहिए, फिट रहो। Oh, Nettie.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
फर्स्ट वाला भी लग रहा है, सेकंड वाला भी हो सकता है। ओके।
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A Portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
सही है, मुझे तो एक्चुअली नेटी अच्छी लग रही है उसको, हालांकि मैंने अपना सीक्रेट बता दिया है, ये वाला प्रोफेसर फेक वाला।
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well,
all the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
You can't imagine.
I beg your pardon.
अच्छी लगी मुझे नेटी। She's a good person.
What's going on?
And good friend of mine. Quest complete.
Archie, I don't have time to argue.
Revelio.
I told you repeatedly not to stray far from home, especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
But you should see them, Mummy. They're beautiful. These horses with wings.
Sahi hai,
That's
yeah.
enough. I'm too tired for your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you.
इस गेम में ये अच्छा है कि
Why don't you do some more drawings for me?
Never.
ये बैकग्राउंड में जो बातें होती हैं ये भी हम सुन सकते हैं। दिस इज गुड इन दिस गेम। बट यार ये लोकेशन बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त है। आप वेकेशन मनाने जाते हो ना कहीं तो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Students, you can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
सही है यार, चलो भाई फाइट हो गई अब तो मस्त मजा आएगा।
I've taken your life.
ये लो ये लो
Pay for that.
ये लो
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
देखती हूँ कौन सा यूज करना मुझे।
You there! Don't take it! We can hold them off!
काफी एनिमीज है यार।
Production! You take this! You get off of my dead body!
ये दे
Production! Stop that! You having the production!
ये दो
Amateur! Incendio! Howard! Going up!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
सही ना, क्लियर कर दिया मैंने।
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous.
प्रिया कौन है?
Best get moving on my research before they return.
So who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Okay, great. सही है।
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
How extraordinary. I thought
that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
सही है।
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret.
बताओ।
No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
बिल्कुल
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okay, ये तो अच्छा है कि हमें हर किसी से कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
अच्छा, okay.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, ठीक है भाई, करते हैं, ट्राई करके देखते हैं. हर कोई हमें कोई ना कोई पजल तो देते ही है और उसको सॉल्व करते करते ही सीखते हैं. एंड पजल्स भी इंटरेस्टिंग होती है. सो लेट्स सी हाउ इट गोज. यो
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Okay, सही है.
Incendio!
सही यार, क्या सही है. ब्यूटीफुल.
Yes, how beautiful!
Wow.
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
सही ना यार. मैजिक की दुनिया मजेदार है.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay, quest complete हो गई. Trials of Merlin हो गया. Hey, great. ये वाला भी हमने कर दिया. मजा आया.
Revelio.
अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. नाइस. क्या सही था यार. पानी में जाके भी मेरा मैजिक चलता है. कंप्लीशन अपडेटेड. ओह यार, मस्त जगह. फाइनली हम मैप को अपडेट करते हैं. सो अब हम पोशंस क्लास की तरफ जा रहे हैं. आई लाइक दिस बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक. बहुत ही स्वीट सा है. सो मैप में थोड़ा चेक कर देते हैं. आगे बढ़ने से पहले अपडेट कर देते हैं पोशंस क्लास कहाँ है. यस. सो अलग अलग क्लासेस हो रही हैं हमारी. अच्छी लर्निंग्स हो रही हैं. अच्छे अच्छे मैजिक्स आ रहे हैं थोड़े बहुत. और एक्चुअली मैं पहले से ही थोड़ा स्मार्ट भी थी. पहले से भी मेरी लर्निंग थोड़ी बहुत तो थी. यहाँ पे और अच्छी हो ही रही है डे बाई डे. और एक तो आजू बाजू जो भी लोग बातें करते हैं ना वो भी सुनाई को सुनाई देता है इसमें, सही लगता है। ये वाला म्यूजिक भी अच्छा लगता है, जैसे किसी मूवी का नहीं होता साउंड ट्रैक, वैसा इन्होंने बनाया है, एकदम सस्पेंस जैसा। Let's move.
Maybe Aura's
तो
or
आ गई
someone
हमारी
from the
class।
ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
वेट कर लो अपने प्रोफेसर का नेक्स्ट क्लास में। ये वाला फनी म्यूजिक भी अच्छा है। सब लोग देख रहे हैं मुझे कि ये न्यू स्टूडेंट
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect.
Okay.
You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all.
सही है यार, मिस्टर
Point for
टक्कर तो
Ravenclaw.
स्मार्ट निकले।
Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own.
सही है।
You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
चलो भाई शुरू करो। अपने अपने पोर्शन आपके पास होने चाहिए, सीखिए, समझिए और करिए।
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
ठीक है। Right.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
क्वांटिटी का ध्यान बहुत अच्छे से रखना है, ये तो डिजास्टर्स हो जाएगा। कुछ का कुछ बन जाएगा मालूम पड़ा। स्टर करो, अच्छे से मिलाओ, सारे प्रोपोर्शंस अच्छे से चेक करो, फिर बनाओ। प्रोफेसर शार्प तो सही में शार्प दिख रहा है।
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
बहुत सारे लोग भूल गए हैं कि स्टर कैसे करना है।
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
For the moment,
Good.
you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your Herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing.
अभी तो
And we'll
बता
see if
देगा।
it's skill or luck the first time round.
सही है, कह रहा है अभी तो मैं बता दूंगा, बट फ्यूचर में तुम्हें प्लांट से ग्रो करके, कुछ परचेस करके और कुछ अपने रिसोर्स से के थ्रू करेक्ट करना पड़ेगा। तो सही है ना?
I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather.
Okay.
As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
ठीक है, ले आती हूँ मैं तुम्हारे लिए। Don't worry, I can get it
I'll
for
get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're
Yes.
certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
ठीक है. इसके फ्रेंड्स अच्छे हैं, मतलब बैचमेट्स काफ़ी मतलब हेल्पफुल भी हैं एंड नॉलेजेबल भी हैं. ठीक है भाई, ढूंढने चलते हैं हम फेदर को. कहाँ मिल सकता है? जो जो चीज़ें हमें मिल रही हैं काम की दे देते हैं. Memorandum, date 31st December 1875. So, अब बाकी की चीज़ें देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या क्या मिलता है इस खजाने में से. कलेक्ट करते हैं. ओह, XP मिल गए. ग्रेट. चलो भाई, सारी चीजें मिल गए, वापस चलते हैं.
Precision is key when brewing potions.
प्रोफेसर शार्प तो शार्प ही नहीं लग रहा है एकदम.
Here's the Fupa feather you wanted.
Brilliant!
Yes.
Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Adurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Alright, ठीक है भाई, बनाओ फटाफट. सही से क्वांटिटी करना एंड प्रोपोर्शन.
Potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
पेशेंस भी होना चाहिए और आपको थॉरो भी होना चाहिए, नहीं तो गड़बड़ हो सकती है, डिज़ास्टर हो सकता है. सो ध्यान रखना है हर चीज़ का. इजी नहीं है, सिंपल भी नहीं है. तो इसमें सब मिला के ये वाला ऑप्ट करके हम बनाते हैं. सब कुछ डाल के बन रहा है, होने वाला है. फ्यू सेकेंड्स आर लेफ्ट. 13%, 7 सेकेंड, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and here you go. Yes, great.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Dragon time!
Oh my god, क्या हो रहा है ये?
Well done, Gareth.
सही था यार, मजेदार.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor, again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry,
Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well.
Thank
I
you.
confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
Yes.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet.
Okay.
In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Okay, सही है. वेल
I
डन
think
तो
each
बोल
of
रही
us
है।
has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
क्लास इज डिसमिस्ड। चलो भाई, यहाँ भी हमने ठीक ठाक कर ही दिया, परफॉर्म कर ही दिया। एक्चुअली बहुत अच्छा तो नहीं, बट हाँ फिर भी ठीक ठाक कर दिया। धीरे धीरे सीखेंगे। सब लोग घर जा रहे हैं वापस, मतलब अपने रूम्स में।
I understand you're quite the enterprising young one.
ओके।
Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Stirred clockwise.
तो फ्रेंड्स, आज का सेशन यही एंड करते हैं। हम बहुत जल्द नेक्स्ट सेशन लेकर आएंगे। तो होप यू लाइक दिस वीडियो, एंड इफ यू लाइक दिस वीडियो देन लाइक, शेयर, सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल। So bye bye until next time.